Okay, we're recording.
Sick.
Cool.
There we go. Everybody, we're recording. So you don't sue me.
Well, here we are.
Got Andy on the chat. And we got Lauren Partington
Hello. Yep.
PA.
joining us from
PA.
her
Laundry room.
laundry room.
Yep.
She had to stop
I've
the
been
rinse
shunned to the laundry
mid-cycle.
room.
Do you sleep in there
Yeah,
too?
I did. No, but my mom told me that she could put a bed in it in here if I wanted her to. Yeah,
should
but
do
I
it.
told her I don't want to be like Harry Potter living in a closet. So I'll
You should
stick to
sleep
sleeping in
on
the bunk
top
beds.
of the top of the dryer. Like turn it on.
That sounds terrible.
Like shake you around. Don't they make beds that shake?
I've never seen those. I don't know
Maybe
what
like
kind
the
of stores you're
massage.
I think
looking at.
weren't those like from like the 70s?
Probably.
Isn't that like an exercise machine that just shakes you? Isn't that a thing too?
Yeah, also from like the 70s, I think.
Yeah.
Back when
Yeah.
everything would just shake.
The good days. What are you drinking, Andy?
Oh yeah.
I got a little peanut butter banana deal going on here.
Smoothie? Milkshake?
Yeah, smoothie.
All right, so
Clay, what are you drinking? Are you still drinking your wine?
drinking
Straight
water.
from the bottle.
Water.
He was.
Oh, water,
Water.
good boy.
Mm.
Drinking alcohol straight from the bottle in a dark room.
I don't have the cigarette.
That's what he
though.
was doing.
That's not. You guys are just making things up. This is character defamation.
We had to call you out.
The ASMR doesn't work over Skype. It doesn't sound good enough.
That's good on my end.
Let's not do ASMR
Like-
again.
When Renee was like licking the microphone.
Yes, the chip. She
Gosh,
licked that chip.
disgusting.
That was terrible.
We had her a chip and she's like,
So, Andy, tell us about your covered bridge tour.
dropping the big question already. Yeah. Look at that. Is that water, Clay? Well, everybody goes to like Fort Lauderdale or whatever for spring break. And I knew that was out of the question. So I was like I was trying to come up with something I could like do on kind of a road trip. And covered bridges is the only thing I could think of. So like got it right here, I think. I had it all mapped out all across Ohio. Ohio has the second most covered bridges out of any state in the U.S. Pennsylvania has the most.
Sorry, that's my washer again.
Oh,
God, so
I know. I'll go turn it off again. I thought I paused it. Okay, the sound's gonna keep going because it's draining because I paused it.
don't worry about it.
Oh, you're gonna have to redo the whole thing. I feel bad. You really
Because
didn't
of my
have
washer,
another
I'm
room
sorry.
You didn't have another room in your house?
Go outside.
No, I'm not saying we're gonna have to redo the whole thing. I'm saying I feel bad that you're gonna have to like redo your load of laundry.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's really okay. We do a lot of laundry in this house. There's 6 of us.
6.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah, I kind of forgot you had so many, but you got 3 younger siblings.
Yep, I am the oldest.
Mhm.
Keep talking about your bridge tour, though. I liked hearing about it. I'm sorry my washer interrupted.
No, it's all right. Anyway. God. What we had going on was I found a dude, some real hero went and documented every single covered bridge in Ohio on his he's got a website that's like a white background with black text, like the plainest website, but somehow he documented them all. And like when I say that, I mean people with private driveways, like way back on private property with small covered bridges. He has documented like in like dimensions and everything.
What's this
And so-
website? I wanna check it out.
I'll
Link.
get the link as I'm talking. So anyway, I went through this dude's website and I just picked out bridges that weren't on private property and were like big enough to make worthwhile. I didn't want to like, go to some small town to go over like a 20-foot bridge. And then I also kind of like went and picked through which ones wouldn't be too far out of the way. And I made pretty much a big circle around Columbus of bridges. I don't Hello? Hey, what's up? One moment, please. Alex is playing Animal Crossing.
Tell
catching
Alex
trans-
I say hi.
Hey, Clay says hey. He says okay.
Tell him I'm gonna steal his tennis racket when he's not looking.
John, oh. This dude, it's DaleJTravis.com. Give a little.
How original.
Dale.
I think,
What in the
just
world?
all this
Like a
documentation on
spreadsheet.
Round to Barnes
Yeah.
too.
And so I went through a lot of those bridges. I pretty much picked out counties that were touching and then would search through that county of their best bridges. And if it didn't have a bridge, I would kind of skip it and go to the next county. And I had about 45 or 50 bridges picked out. I think I went to
Wow.
11 or 12.
How many were
of
there?
them.
What's the total?
In Ohio?
Yeah,
On-
sure.
I don't know.
Too many?
A lot. So many. And some of them looked really, really cool, but actually, like, several bridges either, like, burned or fell in, like, the past, like, 3 years. And so, like, if you went to their Wikipedias and stuff, like, it would kind of look like they were still there, and there wouldn't really be much about how it wasn't there. And, like, a lot of maps and stuff would show it still being there. So, but Dale J. Travis had it up to date somehow. All the
So he's
bridges.
constantly updating them.
Yeah, it's current.
Were any of them haunted?
So I went through a couple of them, and in the Ashtabula area, there's a lot of them, and I know some people from Baldwin Wallace who live in Ashtabula, and so like I was putting them on my story, and people were messaging me, and they were like, "That bridge is haunted," and I'm like, "I didn't see anything."
We have to go at night, Andy.
Some of them I did go at night, and I haven't done anything with the footage, but I mounted the GoPro on in the front windshield of the car and filmed going through every single bridge. And the last bridge on the stop was in Summit County. Hang on. Are you calling me? All right.
Popular guy.
Yeah. The ladies are calling me. So we went to this one. It was just my mom and I. We went to this one in Summit County, and it was like it was a pretty big bridge, but I guess they had problems with it or whatever, and cars couldn't drive through it anymore. So it's just like a footbridge at that point. And we went, and it was probably 9:30 or 10 at night, but it was pretty dark. And it was like wet. It was actually really close to where Blossom is, Blossom Music, whatever. And
The theater? Like the outdoor theater thing?
yeah,
Gotcha.
and so it's kind of like a hilly area,
Mhm.
and we drove like on a no outlet, like just big enough for one car kind of trail. And it kind of like, it was like a 5 or 10 minute drive up this road, and the bridge was at the end of it. And we walked across the bridge, and it was like, there were no lights around. It was so dark. And so like we busted out like our emergency flashlights out of the car and stuff and put like the car headlights on the bridge to film a video of us walking through it. That one was a little bit spooky, but it was just because, like, mostly because we couldn't see anything.
Mm-hmm. That's what those, like...
I'm looking at the list of them. Oh, you go.
What's that?
Go. You say what you're saying.
Have you ever heard of those crybaby bridges?
Yeah, what are those about?
I don't know.
I've
You're supposed to, like,
that
go
stuff.
there at a certain time of night and, like, you turn off your car and roll down the windows. You're supposed to wait to hear, like, the crying.
Isn't there some deal with one of them in Lima?
There's one in Pandora
Pandora.
that I've been to. Yeah, there's quite a few around us, actually.
That's just like any bridge that people think is haunted or whatever.
But yeah, it was like you said, it was down like a no outlet, and like you can only fit one person on there. It was actually kind of scary just to drive across it, like structurally. It looked like it was about to fall. It was all like graffitied up and stuff with a bunch of like nasty things.
Yeah, there were some that I went through that were like that. One of the later bridges, it was dark, and what I had been doing was because some of these bridges were like out in Amish country, like nobody around for miles, we'd stop and get out of the car and point the headlights at the bridge so I could take a picture of it. And so we were getting set up with this one, and we were having trouble angling the car. There was a house right where I wanted the car, and we finally got like the headlights just right, and I'm down like kind of near the river taking a picture of it, and I hear like this noise, and this dude in a horse and buggy, just like big enough for like one Amish dude, came flying through there, and like I yelled to him, I was like, "Hey!" And he like turned and like just stared at me, like rode off into the darkness. My mom has a video of it. It's kind of spooky.
What are you gonna do with all this?
Or something.
What's that?
Are you gonna put all this together and release it at some point?
Yeah, I think after I finish getting more bridges, more videos, I want to put it all together in one super boring YouTube video.
Yeah.
And I have all the pictures of them too, so I'm probably going to make a photo album or something.
Mm-hmm.
When are you gonna finish?
And whenever I can get out of the house.
Yeah.
I find out tomorrow is the update on. I have an internship with a baseball team, and tomorrow's the league update on what the league's planning on doing. So we'll find out if I have an internship or whatever tomorrow, and if I'm not.
Which team?
They're called the Lake Erie Crushers. They're for the Frontier League. It's like a minor league.
Oh, nice. Okay. Like who do we have? Mud Hens, like Toledo Mud Hens. Is that like somebody they would play, or is it smaller than that?
I think it's probably. Is it?
They're just
single
separate leagues.
Oops.
What?
Okay.
Is it single A?
I don't know.
You find out tomorrow though?
Yeah, if I'll be staying in town or going to Cleveland for the summer. And if I have to go to Cleveland, I'm not sure what I'm going to do because Baldwin Wallace canceled their housing for the summer. So I'll have to find somewhere to live.
They already canceled for the summer?
For at least the first half of the summer, because they do summer courses, and they said their summer session number 1 is being put online, so there's no, like, they're ruling out housing as well. So, like, I guess we'll hear back later about summer session 2, but, like, by then, like, if I'm working in Cleveland, I'll already have a place.
Right.
What kind of stuff are you going to be doing for their team?
Like filming, like, clips of just like action or whatever at the ballpark to put like for promo videos, and then they also want me to do photography and editing for their social media.
Nice,
they have like a small team of interns that do it. Yeah, I mean, I was really looking forward to it. I'm hoping they can still scrap together a season.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Are you wanting to do it like for sports, like that kind of thing? Because I mean, I know you do your podcasts and you take pictures of other stuff and things, but is sports where you want to end up?
I think so. I think sports are either like one like one of those companies that is better at running social media. That's like can be fun on social media. I wouldn't want to manage a social media profile for like a company that's like strictly business and like doesn't want to like put together fun packages
like,
or whatever.
Be creative. Yeah.
His dream job is to work for Coyote Media.
What do we got there?
Oh.
His dream job is to work for Coyote Media.
Is that a little piece you put together there? Is that crayon?
Coyote Media.
It's this like subliminal messages.
Well, nobody's gonna see the video, so.
No, yeah, you're right.
I can't even see you, Clay. Is Clay still videoing?
Why can't you see me?
You just see me.
I've only seen you this entire time.
Like 2 screens.
Yeah, I see Clay.
You can have both people in your view. We don't see you because you don't have your camera on.
Do you want to see my laundry room? It's not that cool.
No.
I heard it was really cool.
Well, it's got a dollhouse in it too.
You played brother, sister.
I did. That was the game I played when I was a little child.
Right before.
Yeah, we already talked about that on one podcast.
We did.
What else did you had your tomato? What was that? Tomato basil?
Little Miss Tomato or Tomato Show. Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Oh.
Like when you walk in, there's like a tent. Wait, were you not talking about the Tomato Show?
Yeah, I'm talking about the Tomato Show.
Oh, okay. But yeah, when you walk in, they offer you like a little shot of tomato juice, just if you want it. Usually didn't take it, but it was a weird thing. And then there were like competitions to see who could get the best tomato.
I love tomato juice.
You know, are you like a Bloody Mary guy too then?
No, I don't drink.
Oh yeah? Not even right now?
No, I
water,
still
baby.
Can't see you.
Primarily water.
No, I'll drink straight tomato juice.
Is my sounding like really like weird? Like
no, you sound fine.
Okay. I feel like there's a weird sound for a second.
Well, now there is.
Okay. Lauren, tell us about the mice utopia.
It's really creepy. Really creepy. Like,
go on.
you explain it better. You're the one that sent me the video. You were doing all the research on it.
I was not. I watched one video. Tell us how it works.
Tell you how it works?
Tell us what the gist
of
the mouse experiment was, and then what some of the results were. Wow.
Like overcrowding results in people going crazy.
So that people don't just look. Okay. Hold on. I just want people to know.
Okay.
The screaming children in the back room is from Lauren.
Oh, I'm sorry. My sisters. They're playing on the Wii.
Clay, how many kids are you up to now in that closet?
Anyways.
Okay. Go on about the mice.
Mice.
Wait, what are you talking about, kids? What did Clay do?
Utopia.
What's Clay's kid count?
Yeah. That's where the screams are coming from. They're on Clay's end.
Oh, okay.
Not a funny joke, Andy. Funny joke.
I thought it was funny. It was funny.
There we go. Got one left. You left first.
Tell us about the mice.
Well, it's all about the behavioral sink, which is basically just when people go crazy because of overcrowding.
Hold on. Wait. Tell us Tell us how he did the experiment, though. explain the
Well,
layout
first he just, well, like the original layout of like just like a ton of mice in one place, or the one that was split.
Well, no, there weren't that many mice in one place to start.
Well, he did one experiment, and then he did another one like years later, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he did one with rats and one with mice. But what the idea was, there was
the
like
mice one.
4 compartments, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then all the compartments had like abundant food and water.
Yes.
And all of them had nesting
Shelter.
areas. And I'm pretty sure he started with just 8 mice, 4 male, 4 female. And he expected there to be like hundreds able to live in there.
Yes.
But then, so there were like different cycles. Like first they established like social hierarchy. Then they started breeding and like doubling in population every so often. And then weird things started to happen.
Mm-hmm. Really weird.
Tell us about the weird things.
Well, some of the mice like started raping each other and like turning gay and like being weird and being super aggressive and like guarding each other, like guarding the doorways into the other compartments so that mice from the other ones couldn't get in. So those ones, the ones that were like guarded so nobody could get in, those ones, like the population wasn't super overcrowded, but they were really aggressive mice that were in those ones. So like the population didn't do good. And then the other ones, since the mice couldn't get into that one, became super overcrowded, and those mice just became like malnourished and like couldn't like do anything without another mice, like because I don't know. I'm bad at explaining things. You explain it better. You understand it better than I do. You do it.
Yeah, I don't know. They all started gathering, or the large majority of them started gathering in one compartment. And yeah, they started exhibiting strange behavior, and their fertility rates went down, or they couldn't carry a child to term. Like they had like 96% infant fatality rate.
Yeah, because
and eventually the whole population collapsed.
The moms would literally forget about their kids, or they would like move a couple to safety. Yeah.
There was
They would move a couple to safety and forget about the other ones. Yeah. Or like the nesting wasn't like done well enough because of all the overcrowding. Mm-hmm. So they like that was
there
bad
were like
too.
Different populations of mice too. They were like some that completely isolated and like weren't aggressive at all, but they didn't try to mate and they just like withdrew from all the other mice.
They were like healthy though. Those were the only ones that were like healthy.
Is that true?
They were like eating normally.
That was like, yeah, they said there was like a later, like the last generation of males were like completely unaggressive and like all they did was sit around and groom themselves, and then they all died because they didn't reproduce.
Yeah. It's, yeah, really a terrible thing. This whole mice utopia thing.
Mm-hmm. But then people tried to, I think this was an experiment in the 60s or 70s, but then social scientists tried to extrapolate it onto human populations in cities.
Which is the worst part.
Why is that?
Because it kind of wasn't that far off. Like the reactions that the mice had were probably what the people would have had. Are you hearing my family? I'm sorry, they got really loud.
Yeah, they are very loud.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, actually. Whoa.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't believe you can hear them that well.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're probably playing Mario Kart.
Kind of jealous. I'd rather be playing Mario Kart.
What do you think about mice?
All right, where was this done?
Where?
Yeah, where?
Like, what do you mean by where? Like, what location?
Like what country?
The U.S.
Oh, NIM. It was the National Institute of Medical Health. Yeah, I was here.
Mental health.
Yeah. Did they?
Here, I'll look it up.
What, like, did they have predictions? Like, what were they expecting to find?
Well, I think he had done it with rats prior and found a similar problem, but in that one, he had made factors that would push them towards overcrowding. Like he had a different type. He had pellet food instead of like powdered food in one of the compartments, and they all crowded there. But then he wanted to do it with the mice with no other pressures, to make them select one compartment to live in. And they still exhibited similar behavior.
It kind of makes me think, like, what, like, how is it different from, like, a group of mice in nature?
Because they're bounded.
Is that the only thing that's like?
Yeah, I think they thought the problem was they weren't able to get any social isolation. So some people were even saying, like, even their like quarters and nests and stuff, like other mice could follow them in and attack them, rape them. So they were saying like, oh, it could be different if they had like closable shelters where they could go isolate.
I mean, I think it would be the same with people if people couldn't get away from other people. That's like I definitely think people need that. Like, didn't really occur to me that mice would want to get away from other mice. It seems like they're one of those just like nasty animals that just go around in groups and just like ruin everything.
Yeah, it is interesting. I think that's why a lot of people think that like it doesn't compare exactly to humans. Most humans can like leave or lock themselves like in an apartment where nobody can follow them in.
Yeah, I think you would get similar results from humans if you mess with their space like that. And like if you only had like one food source for everyone.
Yeah, I don't want to be part of this experiment. If they ever do that, sounds terrible.
I think part of it was kind of flavored off of like the Malthusian ideas. Have you ever come across those?
No.
Nope. This enlighten us. What is it?
Economist. Aren't you an economy major?
Yeah.
It was that humans grow exponentially while resources grow linearly. So human population growth is unsustainable.
Makes sense.
But then he didn't expect what they call like the green revolution where yields went up extremely.
Yeah, I think humans tend to find a balance with resources because like they'll continue to innovate to keep up with the population growth.
That's the theory, but a lot of people are thinking that we're reaching a limit on our innovation.
Do you think we're going to reach a limit with our population then and stop seeing a growth?
Yeah, I think that's kind of what a lot of people are calling for. Actually, a lot of Western nations.
Haven't you talked about that before? Yeah.
What's that?
Haven't you talked about that before? About how
on the show or with you?
We kind of are slowing down. I don't remember either.
I don't either. I think a lot of Western nations and developed nations are actually having really quite a bit of decreases in population growth. Some of them actually have negative population growth. Some European countries are paying families to have, or people to have children.
Who's doing that? That's crazy.
Where can I go?
Yeah, where can
some of the smaller European countries. Hold on a second. And I know some of them.
I'll mute it.
some of them are running into some interesting things where they're kind of being accused of social engineering or, I mean, basically racism, I guess.
Well, that's kind of cool. Wait, so they're like asking people to have kids that they like want to have more kids of, like more people of, like choosing who gets to.
Or some of the countries are not paying for like immigrants to have children.
That's interesting.
Hold on, I forget what that was. It was one of them. I don't think it was Turkey, but it was somewhere close to Turkey.
Andy, I think you made this up.
Ex-Soviet countries that. Hold on. Let me send a text real quick.
What? Clay, no phones at the podcast.
I'm doing it for research.
What are you doing?
All right, here we go. Sweden's paying parents to have children. A lot of the Nordic countries, their population growth went way down.
There's not a lot of people over there anyway.
No.
Why? Or why not, I guess.
I don't know. Seems like a nice place to live. I mean, I wouldn't mind living in like
rolling hills, nice mountains, little towns. Yeah. Oh no, living in Switzerland would be great, but isn't it really expensive?
Sweden.
Oh right, we're not talking about Switzerland.
Okay, I'll move away.
Oh, it was Turkey. Turkey is incentivizing people to have children.
How much money?
Hold on a second.
They're like putting them through college and stuff? That sounds like a pretty good deal.
Hold on a second. I think it was just so much money, or it might have even been a tax break per year.
I don't know if that's worth it.
Yeah, how big of a tax break? If their taxes are like really expensive, that might be a good deal, which I think they are.
And I don't know. It's hard to find good information on this. These articles are old. I just read a recent article.
You know what I just read about? Did you know elephants are the only other like species to host to hold death ceremonies?
Yes.
That's sad.
Well, I didn't know they were the only one, but I knew that they did it. I know that they walk back to like where like family members or friends have died.
And they like bury dead elephants. They like cover them up and stuff.
Huh.
Aren't they like one of the most sensitive animals or something? Like they like can be really related to us and our feelings and things.
Yeah. Yeah, elephants can like read humans pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Although I do think sometimes we like humans tend to misunderstand, like misinterpret animal signals. Did you find what you were looking for, Clay? It's just trying to,
I don't know. I think we got derailed. I was going to say something more about Malthusianism and about limiting resources than I was going to say about paying people to have children. But now I don't exactly recall. But anyways, yeah, a lot of people are calling for degrowth or depopulation. I don't know. To keep a steady state, you need like every woman's supposed to have 2.1 children. Every woman that has kids.
That 0.1 children.
Yep.
Yeah, 0.12.
Of a child.
It's like what is that, one arm?
Yeah, probably.
That's kind of weird.
Do you think we're gonna see that with like how millennials and like younger generations are having less children because they're like going to college and getting jobs and stuff?
Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of it is education and utilization of women in the workforce.
Yeah, I think
they're having longer careers.
I think we'll see a big drop.
Well, they're putting more like stuff into play too, like for women anyway, like giving longer maternity leaves and stuff like that. Like having a longer maternity leave would like bring you back to work. Like sometimes if you don't get a long one, then you're gone forever kind of deal. So I feel like maybe it is like a downswing while we put all these things into place. Like my dad works with a woman who only goes into work on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and she works from home Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like for his construction company. So like if that's an option, like definitely wouldn't mind having like a bunch of kids if I get to see them like decently often. I think as we put into more, that's gonna get better.
I think that would be a good option. Yeah, it's interesting because I guess you want to utilize women's talents in the workplace, but you don't want to do it at the expense of raising the next generation. So, I mean, maybe men could help with raising children more too, but I don't know. Then I was just thinking of like, if they split work, if they both worked 4 days and like we're both home at different times, but then they would probably never see each other. So I don't know. That could work though, kind of.
Don't men get maternity leaves?
They have not, but some companies I think generally they have not, but some companies are starting to offer it.
Would you guys take one? Would you guys go on maternity leave with your wife?
Yeah.
Would you at least take like a couple days off or what? Interesting.
Well, yeah, I would at least take a couple days off. I would see my child before and take him out. Nope, gotta work.
Well, that's cool. That's good.
Yeah, definitely. But I don't know. I think anymore you're going to see. I think that this whole little coronavirus experiment let the cat out of the bag on working from home.
Yeah, that's what my dad said too, actually.
Yeah, I think you're going to have a hard time.
So many people are. Back. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. I don't know,
but working from home kind of sucks too because there's so many distractions. Like, I guess, like you said, it just won't be as much. So maybe people will just take more days working from home versus like working from home indefinitely. But
yeah.
Have you seen where there's some company that's selling a program that lets like managers and bosses, like pretty much watch their workers from home. It's like takes pictures of them and stuff to make sure they're still working.
I saw that.
That's terrible.
I saw that today. Every 15 minutes.
It's like an invasion of your privacy. What?
I think.
Yep.
I think that's like that would make working from home almost not worth it at that point.
Oh, that'd be worse than working at work.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
People take
because you can just shut your door. Yeah. That sounds terrible.
I don't think people should be paid hourly unless it's like a job that you actually have to be there working hourly. But if you're doing like projects and stuff, they should pay probably either just salary or by the project.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I do too.
Hourly working is just kind of like weird. Just kind of like, so I know people like probably like drag stuff out, like just to have something to do, or they're like sitting there at awkward times where there's not really much to do.
I mean, like even like shopping. my like low, like, like minimum wage hourly jobs that I've had, it's like when I work for the Bald Mullet's bookstore, and there are definitely days when it's just like it's slow. I've gotten like all my work done, and like they'll just be like, oh, like here's some job or whatever you can do just to like waste time, and it's pretty much just that's it, like wasting time. But like
just busy work.
Yeah, and like I'd rather like just leave then and like come back when there's work to do, but like I'm on the clock and whatever, I'm still getting paid to just like, I mean, I've had days when they're just like, oh, just watch and like make sure like nobody's stealing one, nobody's like out at the register or whatever. It's a small school, so like there are times when I just stand, like there's nobody in there, and I'm just like looking at nothing.
Yeah, I totally agree. To circle back, there are also countries. No, listen to that. There's countries that if you get tested positive for COVID-19 and you're on lockdown, they have you take a picture of yourself in your house every so often
to make sure you're not out spreading it.
Also, have you seen these drones that have been following people around and like yelling at them when they're walking on the street?
Yeah.
I saw the drone walking the dog. Did you see that video?
No, I
It's
didn't.
a little bit different, but yeah, I saw that.
No, but they're like police drones. They'll just like roll up on people and ask them why they're out and like tell them to go inside.
They just like
Kind of
yell.
crazy.
It's like a RoboCop.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. I don't know. I'm glad we don't see that here. I think that would. I don't know if Americans would go for that.
I mean, how would that work? They're letting us out of our houses. Like, we're allowed to go for walks and stuff like that. So who would they get?
Until they start shutting down the parks.
Now,
well, good thing I just walked down my road.
What's
the
deal with LA and San Francisco and stuff right now? Are they allowed to leave at all?
I don't know. I mean, I assume they'd have to for groceries, but I don't know. It sounds to be stricter than some other places, but I don't know how it could be any more strict.
Yeah, and like, you know, I when we went on like our stay home deal, I figured there would be more like I figured when I left the house I wouldn't see very many cars and I would see more cops. But like I haven't seen any police like really doing anything, and I've still seen, you know, groups of people places. Like I went to
but who have you seen out? What? Like, is it old people? Because I've only seen old people out, and they're the ones that are supposed to be staying inside.
Yeah, okay. So I've heard a lot of accounts of like people like my mom's friends' parents, like people in their 80s and stuff who just refuse to listen to any of this, and they're just like going out anyway.
It's for them.
So, like,
we're sacrificing this for them.
The other day, like I had to go drop off groceries to my grandma's house. I didn't go to the grocery store, but like my mom left them in the car and she's like, I need you to run to your grandma's house and like go and put these inside and leave. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, I'm thinking like, oh, like, should I wear like gloves or something? Like, I don't know how serious my mom was about the thing. I don't know how serious my grandma is about it. But I went up and I put the groceries inside and I'm leaving. And I turn around and my grandma's boyfriend rolls up in his car. And I'm like, hold up, like he's coming
Social
over
distancing.
here. Yeah, like what's going on? And like I expect him to then keep his distance from me, but then he kept trying to like come up and be close and talk to me and stuff. And I'm like, do you guys like not know? Like what's
Have you heard of coronavirus?
And like when I go to a small park, pretty much like the past year I've been going to this park near my house to play disc golf, and at times when I go there'll be maybe 2 other cars there with like 2 other just individual people playing. But since we've been on the stay home deal and everything's shut down, every time I go there are several cars and like full families and people playing on the playgrounds and like so many people playing disc golf that like, and like I look at them, they clearly don't play disc golf that much, and like they don't know what they're doing, but they're out there, and I'm like, this is.
They gotta find hobbies.
Yeah.
It's just crazy that like we have the option to like stay home and stuff, but like when we can't like go visit friends or whatever, everybody's out at the parks, and I think it's like. I think we'll see a shutdown in major parks, like even at like Riverbend, which I mean, when you think like in Findlay, kids going to play at the park, everyone's going to like Emory Adams, and like the bigger parks in Riverbend just has like a small few playground things. They had signs all around their playground saying like playgrounds shut down until further notice.
I don't know. I don't think they should shut down the parks. Maybe, yeah, playgrounds, that makes sense. But I don't know. I'm not in favor of shutting down parks.
Neither am I think. And like that, I think that's also why like Governor DeWine was like even encouraging like going to the parks. He's like, there, you guys still like, you don't have to like stay home and be depressed or whatever. He's like, go out, take a walk, ride your bike.
Yeah, I think it'd be good for
whatever.
Yeah, I think it'd be good for a lot of people to get some sunshine, some fresh air.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Andy, do you live in town or do you live like out in the country a little?
I live in town.
So yeah, you're the people that are like utilizing the parks and stuff, I guess then. Because like for me, it's easy. We just walk down the road, live out in the middle of nowhere. We'll just see our neighbors walking sometimes, but I guess you can't really do that as much.
No, and I kind of wish like I had that at this time. I wish like I could go out and like, you know, like goof around or whatever and like in like an open area, but also be like still on my own. Not because like of just like the worry of like getting someone sick, but like, you know, every time you go to the park, you don't want to see 100 people. You kind of like get out of the house to get away from people.
Yep.
It's tough. I have to I go to play disc golf now and I have to wait on other people to finish holes. I've never had that.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
think the
parks
are
about disc golf?
Clay's eyebrows. Yeah. She asked if I'm serious and you were like, ooh, like we're going to go down this road.
What? Do you like play it on like a club team or something?
Not at the moment. If I'm in
but
town
you have?
I've been playing for like a year, but I think with my current level, if I keep it up, I can compete pretty well. At
compete
a local,
like where? Are there like tournaments and stuff for this?
Yeah, all over. I mean, Findlay has several tournaments with like pretty decent cash prizes, and like the state of Ohio has their tournaments and stuff.
Whoa, this is like a real sport. I did not know that.
Yeah. I mean, like professionals make a living off of it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Are these like the frisbees that weigh a lot or something? Aren't they heavy?
Yeah.
All different sizes, right?
Yeah.
Oh, is it like you got putters and stuff? Is it like golf? What? Yeah. Oh, that's kind of cool. I had no idea. We just play in gym class every once in a while.
Yeah, they're not heavy, but they're definitely heavier than like those like flimsy things you throw with your dog.
Wait, that's you don't even call those frisbees. Those like off-brand or something.
I would call those frisbees. People who call it disc golf frisbee golf. That's when like I'm like that's not what that is because it's not a frisbee. You wouldn't want to catch it.
Oh, it's called disc golf, not frisbee golf.
Yeah, it's disc golf.
Oh, so are you like pretty hardcore about that too? I was gonna say I'll try not to say that again, but it's like, definitely what I call it.
It's like if you went to the Olympics and someone was like, "Oh, you're here and you got your gold medal in ping pong," you know, they'd be like, "No, it's like table tennis."
Oh, I would definitely say ping pong. I guess I would not be invited back.
I play ping pong. I play sting pong primarily.
Do you play putt or mini golf?
Mini golf?
Okay, well that's better, I guess.
Putt.
Okay.
Oh, come on, Clay.
Call it putt.
What are you, baby? No, I'm kidding. I call it putt.
Like mini golf. Well.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Are we all saying hi now?
I don't know. You started.
You said hello.
No, you did.
No, I didn't.
Whatever. Oh, okay.
I think we're reaching a limit here. I think we might
I
have
don't know.
to.
I like talking about frisbee golf.
All right.
Did
Do you have any
that?
more
I
questions?
said frisbee golf. He didn't yell at me. I thought he would.
No, I'm not gonna yell at anybody.
I
I mean, I can keep talking about it. I don't know if we want to have it on the podcast.
Wait. I have a question.
I can stop recording and we can keep talking.
Yeah, that's fine if you want.
No, this is important. This needs to be recorded.
Okay.
This is important.
How
is a bridge built?
Is this like a joke or a riddle?
No. I want you to tell me how you build a bridge.
Tell us, Andy. Tell us.
Come on, this is the podcast I requested that you guys never got to.
Well, that's because I haven't done the research yet.
Oh, okay. We can postpone this part then.
Yeah, we'll have a separate 100% bridge podcast.
Okay. Like a how
the 1
it's
hour
made
bridge special.
Podcast.
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
I'll outline my favorite bridges and everything. I've got it on my whiteboard of stuff to do.
I might go through this covered bridge page a little bit more, and then I'll highlight some of my favorites.
Brush up. All right.
There's actually one in Fredericktown. There's one in my town apparently.
Where?
Did you go to that one? Did you go to one in Fredericktown?
What county?
Knox.
Where?
Knox County, Fredericktown.
It's kind of by Columbus. It's not really by Columbus though.
Where? Which end of the county are we talking?
What do you have a map?
I have one on the
top left.
I don't have one on the top left. I have one. I'm going to show you on my map.
Yeah, show me Knox County. I kind of forget the shape. I think it's pretty square.
I have that one on that purple dot right there.
Maybe that's like East Knox or something.
Yeah, that's
Holmes County.
East. I have Holmes crossed off.
Why? You don't want to hang out with the Amish?
No bridges there, or the bridges were dumb. No offense, Holmes County.
Sad.
Get a better pitch, and I'll go. Yeah, I was pretty excited for some of the ones down in southern Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
They looked pretty
Yeah, who'd you
nice.
do this tour with? You said you did it with your mother?
Yeah.
That's cute, little bonding.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, are we going to do a trip?
A trip?
Hold on, let him answer that first. No, Andy.
What's the question? What's going on?
Lauren.
My question?
Yeah.
Oh, I said, do you like your mom? I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't know.
What? You don't know if you like your mother?
No, I like my mom. She's probably listening to this
well, that's
podcast.
good. Are you a mama's boy or a daddy's boy? So, that's not right. I don't know what to call it.
I don't know if you'd call me a daddy's boy.
I don't know if I would call anyone that. That's kind of, I don't like that really.
Isn't that an Adam Sandler movie?
Daddy's boy? I don't know.
Yeah, with Andy Samberg.
I think you're right. I don't really pick. So I mean, I do separate things with my parents.
Just kidding. Like, it's called That's My Boy. Close enough.
Whoops. I think
So he's not a daddy's boy.
I'm just
You're
just an all-around family man. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fair. Clay, you can ask your question now.
I'm saying we're gonna go on a trip.
Where are we going?
West.
Oh. Indiana.
Further west.
I was gonna say that's not where you want to go. It's not that cool.
It's pretty cool, actually, where I'm at.
Well, maybe mine will be cool when the weather gets nice.
What are you talking
Got a
about?
lot of lakes. Warsaw.
Yeah. Lake James is actually near there. Lake James is really nice.
I say we get a caravan together. Get like a group of like.
Yes. Hold on. This is what I was gonna say. Okay. Until everything's shut down, I had like a nice plan, but it's probably gonna be different. But I'm saying we're gonna get as many people as can come. Yeah. And however much time they can come, and they can just like drop off whenever they want. And we're gonna film.
Are we both invited? Am I invited?
Yeah, everybody's invited. You can make this like a national like.
I'll put it out on my
like
Twitter.
Everybody's
put it on
Facebook. You heard it here first. We're riding across.
Oh
America.
wait, yeah. Are you gonna post this?
Coyote.
Is everybody?
Everybody's gonna break the quarantine and ride west.
This will be a great opportunity for me to use my new 360 camera.
Perfect.
I know some people out west like that I could probably stop in with if I got them, but there's I wanted to do hiking. I wanted to like get out there and then go hiking. I'm thinking in Idaho.
Well,
that's like far. Yeah.
There's like nobody in Idaho. There's a really
really far.
Really nice trail. I said we're going west. We're gonna we might go to the Pacific.
It's like West Coast, yeah. I was gonna say, are we driving? We're driving this? That's west. Like a long drive.
Like 20 hours. It's like going to Florida. Maybe a little longer.
To Idaho though? Do people actually go there?
No, that's why we're going there. There's a really nice
park. Oh yeah, there's great parks out west, all scattered all over.
Hot springs and stuff out there, Lauren. Come on. And there's gonna be nobody there.
So Idaho. Idaho's the spot to be.
Kick it out in the bush, out with nobody around in the desert. See like desert stars.
Joshua
Andy, have you ever hiked with Clay before?
Yes and no. I've been on hikes with Clay. I haven't been like in the hills with Clay.
Okay.
An experience. That's Lauren.
Yes, it is. It is an experience.
Okay,
Clay goes all nature.
I go to Van Buren State Park and Clay takes his shirt off within like 5 minutes of being there. So I can't even imagine like what happened on the
camera. And you said, "Let's do a photo shoot of you climbing trees and acting like a wild."
Where that came from? Is that where that picture came from? The iconic picture of him
there's like
one in the air with a stick, like a punching fist.
I have a whole series of Clay from that day.
Oh, really? That's not even. Is that a good one?
We only put out like 2 pictures, I think.
Yeah, probably.
But I have so many from that day.
That one jumping off the ramp, that's still my favorite.
Oh yeah, that one. You fly into the air.
What was I saying? Oh, my original plan was to do like a multiple day hike, like maybe like a 5-day hike. And then that's like one part of it. That's like the spiritual retreat.
Before that part.
We'll just like fast. We'll fast and we'll like pray and chant.
No, I don't want to be invited anymore.
And then
sounds like a cult.
Yeah, it's gonna be a cult movement basically. And then once we're all bonded to each other, we're gonna go to like the big city and then like live it up for a couple days and go crazy.
So part of the program is you have to put down $15 every day to go towards the leaders to support them and their families.
To support, to buy supplies for the caravan.
And so, and if you want to drop out of the program, you have to then be under a separate lower program where you are watched very intensely. And,
we could crowdfund it. We'll do like a special video release for $5 for anybody that pays for it.
Special video.
Mm-hmm.
Like a blooper? Like a blooper reel?
Special video.
I don't know. It's just special.
Yeah. I don't know. I still think we need to make like a Patreon and have hidden podcasts just because.
I think we still need to do that. The kind of Jerry Springer thing you were talking about.
Oh yeah.
Like mess with couples.
What? That sounds terrible.
Hey. Do you think we could get in contact with? Wait, hold on. I can't say this on. I can't say it if we're gonna. Hold on. I'm gonna hit stop recording. All right, everybody, we're done. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening. We're gonna talk about stuff you can't.
Wait, hold on. This is what I've been doing recently. Okay, everybody come up with like one question, and if they make it this far and they DM us the answer to the question,
special prize.
They'll get something. Again, everybody gets something.
What?
All right.
Special video.
All right. Okay. No. I got a question.
Okay.
I'm gonna need a minute. I thought you said you had one. I was gonna do something, and then I realized we're not releasing the video version of this, so it wouldn't work.
Oh.
Well, you could ask which state has the most covered bridges.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
Because you even gave the answer. You even gave the answer to it, or you can do that question, or you can do multiple. Yeah, but he already said it too.
Yeah, but they would still have to listen to the end of the podcast to get to the question.
Yeah.
Those of you out there, thank you for listening to the end of the podcast. Please DM us the answer to the question: which state has the most covered bridges? Thank you for listening.
And what type of mouse are you?
You.
All right. Bye. Done. Say bye, Lauren.
Bye.
Goodbye.